Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
Mouse pups produced by sperms that made a journey to space, and how a polymer that mimics the spider's silk could replace single-use plastics. These are some of the stories that we talk about on this episode of Scientifics. This is Mohana Basu, and every week on the Prince Scientifics, I take you through some of the top science stories of the week from across the globe. This week, scientists have successfully produced mouse pups using freeze-dried mouse sperm that were kept in the International Space Station for several months. The researchers wanted to know if the space radiation affects fertility in mammals. Radiation can damage the DNA within cells, causing mutations. Space radiation in particular has been a major concern for countries that have sent many astronauts on lengthy missions into the low Earth orbit. These studies are also important because NASA and other space agencies are now planning longer space missions to faraway destinations such as the Moon and Mars. Researchers freeze-dried mouse sperm samples from 12 mice and sealed them within small lightweight capsules. These packets were then transported to the ISS and stored for different amounts of time. A portion of the samples returned to Earth after 9 months in space, another set returned after 2 years and 9 months in space, and the final set came back after 5 years and 10 months in space. Researchers found that the trip to space did not damage the DNA of the sperms. They rehydrated the sperm with water and then injected them into fresh mouse ovary cells. After transferring them to a female mice, the mothers became pregnant and gave birth to healthy baby mice without any health defect. Also this week, using a large stationary telescope in British Columbia, scientists have detected the largest cache of fast radio bursts discovered to date. The telescope, known as CHIME for Canadian Hydrogen Intensity Mapping Experiment, has detected 535 new fast radio bursts during the first year of its observation, which was 2018 to 2019. Now, detecting a fast radio burst is all about chance. The telescope has to point at the right direction and at the right time. Fast radio bursts, or FRBs, are oddly bright flashes in radio frequency. They usually appear for a few milliseconds before vanishing without a trace. These brief and mysterious bursts of energy have been spotted in various parts of distant universe, but the origins are unknown and their appearance is unpredictable. Since the first FRB was discovered in 2007, radio astronomers have only caught sight of around 140 bursts in their scopes. Scientists with the CHIME collaboration assembled the new signals in the telescope's first FRB catalog. The new catalog significantly expands the current library of known FRBs and is yielding clues to their properties. For instance, scientists found that the newly discovered bursts appear to fall in two distinct classes, those that repeat and those that don't. Scientists identified 18 FRB sources that burst repeatedly, while the rest appear to be one-off events. The repeaters also look different, with each burst lasting slightly longer and emitting more focused radio frequencies than bursts from single non-repeating FRBs. Now, these observations strongly suggest that repeaters and one-off arise from separate mechanisms and astrophysical sources. With more observation, astronomers hope to soon pin down the extreme origins of these curiously bright signals. Back on Earth, NASA scientists have found that lockdowns during the coronavirus pandemic cut local nitrogen oxide emissions, which in turn rapidly cut down the global effect on ozone pollution. Emissions of nitrogen oxides, which create ozone, decreased by 15% globally, with local reductions as high as 50%, according to a study led by scientists at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Southern California. As a result of the lower nitrogen oxide emissions, by June 2020, global ozone levels had dropped to a level that policymakers thought would take at least 15 years with conventional regulations. The study shows that innovative technologies and other solutions intended to decrease nitrogen oxides locally have the potential to rapidly improve air quality and climate globally. Ozone protects us from destructive solar radiation when it's high above the Earth in the stratosphere. Closer to the ground though, it has other lasting impact. The ozone at the surface was estimated to cause 365,000 deaths globally in 2019 by damaging the lungs of vulnerable people such as young children and those with asthma. Similarly, it damages the ability of plants to photosynthesize, reducing the plant's growth and crop yield. Meanwhile, scientists have found that takeaway food and beverage plastic containers dominate the litter in the world's oceans. The study shows that a lot remains to be done to tackle biodegradable wastes. Single-use bags, plastic bottles, food containers, and food wrappers are the four most widespread items polluting the seas, making up almost half of the human-made wastes. Just 10 plastic products, which included plastic lids and fishing gear, accounted for 3/4 of the litter due to their widespread use and very slow degradation. While some countries in Europe have banned the use of plastic straws and earbuds, the research shows that straws and stirrers made up 2.3% of the litter, and cotton buds and lolly stick was just 0.16%. The scientists said that identifying the key sources of ocean plastic made it clear where action was needed to stop the stream of litter at its source. Plastic bags and plastic bottles made up the highest amount of plastic waste, accounting for over 14% and 12% of the total plastic waste, respectively. Over 9% of the waste were plastic containers and cutlery. Scientists recommend that action to stop these items from reaching the ocean is required to make an impact on the volume of plastic garbage. Plastic caps and lids, industrial packaging, glass bottles, and drink cans are some of the other items that account for the vast amounts of plastic garbage floating in the oceans. On the other hand, a group of scientists may have found a solution to the world's single-use plastic problem. A team from University of Cambridge has created a polymer film by mimicking the properties of spider silk, one of the strongest materials in nature, that could replace plastic in many common household products. The material was created using a new approach for assembling plant proteins into materials which mimic silk on a molecular level. The team said that the method is energy efficient, which uses sustainable ingredients and results in plastic-like film. It can also be used to make water-resistant coatings. The material is home compostable, whereas other types of bioplastics usually require industrial composting facilities to degrade. In addition, the material requires no chemical modifications to natural building blocks so that it can safely degrade in most natural environments. The new product will be commercialized by Zampla, a University of Cambridge spin-out company developing replacements for single-use plastics and microplastics. The company will introduce a range of single-use sachets and capsules later this year, which can replace the plastic used in everyday products like dishwasher tablets and laundry detergent capsules. That's all for this week. This is Mohana Basu, special correspondent at The Print. If you like our videos, do consider paying for a subscription to The Print. You can do so through the link in the description box below.